Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel vlogs in the world. And today, I'm here to talk about the shows in Las Vegas, which are the coolest, which are the best, where each one is located, where to buy the cheapest tickets, and everything you need to know. So there are going to be quick, useful, and easy tips for your travel. So give that like in the video, subscribe to our channel, and buckle up. Well, making the list of the best shows in Las Vegas is not an easy task. The city is known for having the greatest shows in the world. There are many shows for you to check out there, but there are those that are the main ones, which we think are the coolest, that you can't miss when visiting the city. Of all that we recommend, Cirque Du Soleil rules this list because it has 6 shows that are amazing in the city. Of these 6, we recommend 5 that are very good. Cirque Du Soleil really is a step above the others. All the shows that have this brand behind are incredible. They are the best shows globally, so there's no way they are always at the top of the box office. They are the most expensive, the most beautiful. But it's very worthwhile. Try to see at least one Cirque Du Soleil show and you will be very pleased. Of Cirque Du Soleil, the most famous of Las Vegas is the O, which is the letter O, which is located at the Bellagio Hotel. It's an amazing show. He won 4 years and years as the best show in town. It has a stage of 360 degrees and it takes place on the water. The great differential of this show is its theme, it's water. So all the diving, the dances, everything is always done on this aquatic state. This is the difference between this show and the other shows. It ends up being a little more expensive because it's the most sought, but sometimes end up managing to find a good price. We think it's worth it because it's a different kind of show. It's a very beautiful show, you will not regret it. We will give you the tips here so you can buy the cheapest tickets. There is a website that we always buy that has the best prices. It makes a big difference in the budget. Going to at least one is very worthwhile. Another very cool show from Cirque du Soleil is the Ka. It's based on Egyptian history. He tries to find the stories of Egyptian antiquity, the struggle of two brothers who end up fighting for life and try to find each other later. The cool thing about it, it's the stage, which is suspended, so it's elevated and it changes. Sometimes it's perpendicular, so people end up climbing it. So it ends up being very cool and different at the same time. It's a little cheaper than the O. It's in the MGM, which is a very nice hotel, also on the Las Vegas Strip, and depends a lot on the days of each one. All these shows that we'll comment on are awesome, and take a look at the pictures here. See which one you think the theme appeals to you the most, because it's very difficult to choose between the best or the worst. They are all different, but all we are going to quote here are definitely amazing and you're going to enjoy. One from Cirque du Soleil that's really cool, but there are some restrictions, is Humanity. It has some restrictions because it has an erotic theme. It's very strong, so it's not recommended for children under 18. It's really strong, it has some hot scenes, but the actors are sometimes naked, completely naked. So you must see if you want that grip a little stronger or not, but it's also a show with the same Cirque du Soleil level as always, with the lighting effects. Everything is fantastic. If you want to go that way, it's really worth it, it's really cool. Another cool show for Cirque du Soleil too is Mr. A. It's based on the circus theme with acrobatics that are clowns and more acrobats. There are a lot of cool things based on the circus theme. The fantasy, the paintings, the artists, the lighting, the lights are very beautiful. It's sensational. It's at the Treasure Island Hotel, which is also on the Las Vegas Strip. All of those from Cirque du Soleil that we are talking about is inside some very famous casino hotels on Las Vegas Strip. And by the way, Las Vegas Strip is the main avenue in Las Vegas. This is also a very nice show, and sometimes you can get even lucky, get a good price on it, a good discount, depending on the season you decide to travel. And now we'll talk about 2 from Cirque du Soleil who have a different footprint but still very cool. They have a musical footprint. One is the Michael Jackson one, which is a tribute to Michael Jackson. So the whole show is based on the singer, the songs, the success, the artist's life. And there is Love Beatles, which is based on the Beatles band. So for those who like it or were a fan or are still a fan of any of these bands or singer Michael Jackson of the Beatles band, it's very worthwhile because it's amazing. It really moves you. They do an incredible job. The lighting, the sound, the energy of the songs are really contagious. It's very cool. They are very cool shows, so if you like one of these two, go. Their price is not so cheap, but it's worth it. They almost resemble the O because they are two of the best sellers of all in Las Vegas, but they are amazing and absolutely worth visiting. Now, stepping aside a little bit from the Cirque du Soleil shows, two magic shows are amazing. Run away from this artistic footprint and go to part of the illusion, the shows that marked Las Vegas a lot. Everyone who thinks of Las Vegas thinks of these great magic shows, these illusionism shows, and the two big names in the city are David Copperfield, that you certainly know, he's very famous, and so is Chris Angel, who is very famous. People like him very much. Both shows are very good. The one by David Copperfield by the name is a little bit more expensive, but the one by Chris Angel also leaves nothing to be desired. It's very good. So take a look at the availability of the two of them, plus it's worth visiting at least one show. We think a Cirque du Soleil show and a magic show are cool, so that you can have two different experiences on the trip. And another show that's the only one we think comes close to Cirque du Soleil in our opinion is Le Rêve. It's located at Encore, which is the most luxurious hotel in Las Vegas. We watched it on our last trip and it's beautiful. It resembles Cirque du Soleil's O a little bit because it's also in the water. It has a 360 degrees water stage. It's very similar in style and style production. It was amazing. It's even quoted with a grade sometimes better than Cirque du Soleil. So it's a show that if you're interested, if you like it, and if the price is good, buy it. There are many other shows in Las Vegas. We'll leave the link below. There's a website where we always buy the tickets cheaper. I'll leave it in the video description and all the other links that you need to make your trip much cheaper and much better. This site is way cheaper. We have already compared a lot. We like to research the price of things a lot because we travel. We had research to try to save the most and to indicate the best benefit of things to our readers, and this site always gets the best price, so there's no way he's unbeatable. We were always able to buy Cirque du Soleil tickets at a much cheaper price than normal. It's very good and reliable, one of the biggest sellers in the world. You can access, you can buy and compare. You'll see that it's much cheaper and worth buying over there. There are other shows in Las Vegas for those who want to have other and cheaper experience and not well known as well. There are musicals, there are some from strippers, which is not an erotic one as heavy as if it were in a bar or something. It's a really musical show with women. They only take off the top, but it's a really beautiful dance show as if it were a Cirque du Soleil musical. And there's also strippers for women with men all around. Very nice if you want to have fun, if you're there with friends or whatever you're interested in. There are some really cool ones and they're cheaper and they are really fun. It's worthwhile to have a diversified trip where you can enjoy. And don't miss our video on how to save a lot on your trip to Las Vegas. We made a complete video with all the tips to save you a lot on your trip. It's worth checking it out. I'll leave it here next to the playlist with all the other videos from Las Vegas for you to watch. See what's missing to travel knowing all this. That's it. Thank you very much for your attention and have a nice trip, my friends. See ya.